Another sunny weekend and a chance to seek adventure. This one was going to be just Aaron and myself, which meant we were dropping the kids off at Grandma's house. And when your kids are homeschooled, but you own a bus, well, you can give them the dropped off by the school bus experience all on your own. And so that's what we did. This is the closest these kids will ever come to getting off the school bus at the end of the day. Pretty stinking cute. And just in case you enjoyed watching that, here it is from another angle. All right, well, once they were safe and secure at Grandma's house, we were headed east for a little place called Rock City State Forest. This is near Ellicottville, New York, and we had never been, but it looked pretty awesome from our research online, and so we headed that way. The route that my GPS took me definitely had some pretty rough roads, and had I known that, I might have chosen a different route. But all in all, the bus did really well. And we ended up on these forest roads once we got into Rock City State Forest, and they were very well maintained. I assure you we were not driving as fast as this footage looks. I did speed this up. But the bus did really well. I was happy with it. I was nervous, but it did well. And I think I found out it's more capable than I even gave it credit for. You can see here some of these roads were in pretty rough condition. So we did have to take it a little slow and be careful. And for the most part, I would say these campsites were pretty hard to find. The signage was not great, and we did end up running into one stranger on a bike and asked him, and he gave us some good directions that put us where we needed to be. But all in all, this was a little tricky to find, and there were only about 5 sites that we saw. So I would recommend trying to do your research and being careful when you head out, just to try to make sure you get a site. We were just happy to be in the woods, though, seeing green, breathing fresh air, and finding our way to where we'd be spending the evening. Again, this footage is sped up. We were definitely not going this fast. But eventually, after talking to that stranger, we did find our way to the end of the loop and where the few sites were. For our particular setup, this was easily the best campsite. A lot of these were park your vehicle at the end and hike all your stuff in. We obviously did not want to do that. We wanted to camp in our bus and from our bus. And so we found a site that had the most private parking spot and enough of a space that we could create a little fire pit right outside the door. So that worked for us, but some of the other sites would not have been as ideal for our setup with this bus. So then we went to explore the woods right across the street from where we parked our bus, and we could not believe what we found. Do you jump across it? Oh my gosh. I am so glad our kids aren't here right now. We would have lost 3 of them already. This is crazy. Oh, here's a good spot to cross. Come here, Bones. Come here.
What, right here? I don't know what he's going to think about that.
Oh, are you kidding? Oh, it would be so unenjoyable.
Oh, yeah, that tree is awesome.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It'd be fun with like a kid or 2. This is actually a good place to cross. Or even get down. There's almost like stairs with the roots.
You want to get down?
No. It's wet and cold. I guess I got my wish for, I hope there's cool rocks there. Holy cow. How do you get down?
I don't know.
Unreal. I mean, I brought rope. You want to rappel? Okay, watch your step. Jeez. I hope I'm athletic enough to walk this. Jeez, that's good. All right, well then it was back to the bus to start food prep. What's in there?
What? Oh, I need to move it, but those go to Erica, and I forgot to like take them off the bus and give them to her. So I'm just gonna have to hang on to them.
Okay, so that's that. That's that. That survived.
Oh, good.
You want raw red onion, you said. That's milk. We need eggs tomorrow. What's this? The mayo, is that for tonight?
Yeah, that's
And red pepper.
Oh, the red pepper. I wanted that
It's
on the
for what?
sandwich sauteed.
Saute it. And then we have butter.
So I need to cut the pepper,
This, and here's
tomato,
the
and
cheese.
onion.
Okay.
What knife? Let's see. I'm mad that I didn't bring that Santoku knife. That sucks.
Just use that big one.
What? This?
That one, yeah. And also I have this one.
And this would be sufficient.
Here you go.
This might be okay.
And then there's this.
Is it?
So.
Does this have a serrated? That's really what you want for tomato. I'll figure it out. This will be fine.
Okay, you'll do that. And the griddle was going outside. Oh, that's not good. This was an epic sandwich for sure. Chevetta's marinade on the chicken, bacon, cheese, roasted peppers, tomatoes, onion, sourdough bread. Hard to beat. And this is just a little golden hour drone footage of Rock City State Forest and the end of the trail where you find Little Rock City. And of course, we had to get above the trees. That's where the magic happens. The air might have been cool, but it was definitely starting to feel and look like summer was going to come after all. Not a bad little spot, and not a bad dog. We got the fire going good. We kept warm and talked late into the night. And then it was time to set up shop for an evening of bus sleeping.
And then we have another sleeping bag if needed. Alright, that's good.
Not a bad little oasis. So of course, morning came, we slept pretty good. It was quiet, it was cool, but it was great. It was peaceful. And then morning came and I had aspirations of getting up and flying the drone for another sunrise, and it just didn't happen on this particular trip. I guess I slept too good. I slept in. But when I did wake up, I got the drone in the air, and wow, was I impressed by what I saw when I got up over the trees. Look at the fog nestled in between these hills. Just beautiful. Absolutely stunning footage. So grateful to be able to capture this, to see it, to experience it. Just gorgeous. And then it was time to make that wonderful camp coffee. see our cooktop burning there to the left. That was just to put a little bit of heat into the bus. It was cold throughout the night and into the morning, and so we found that if we took the top off that and just let it burn some fuel, it did warm the bus up quite a bit. Then we hiked out onto the rocks, hung our feet over the edge, and enjoyed coffee with a view. We started following Bear and quickly found our way down below the rocks, and that was pretty awesome. He was living his best life and absolutely loving this experience, having it all to himself, running around, figuring out where he could be, where he couldn't be. And so we just started hiking a little bit, nothing too crazy, but just taking in this absolutely epic scene with a forest full of boulders, giant boulders.
Oh yeah, check that out. We gotta go through that.
For sure.
Be careful. Crocs was the wrong choice. There's a good ledge right there to grab. Didn't die.
All right, well, after that morning hike and the coffee had worn off, it was time to get back and start making some breakfast. Breakfast in the bus is just one of the best things ever. This is a great little kitchen, super happy with how it all turned out. And there's something about smelling these smells in the morning and feeling the bus warm up while you cook and knowing that you get to sit and eat a beautiful sandwich like that. Man, it just works. So after all that, we buttoned things up and hit the road because we did have a couple other things we wanted to explore while we had this time to ourselves. So from here, we were headed to an area called Gowanda, New York, but on the way, we drove through East Otto State Forest, which is another location that has about 14 primitive campsites. We just wanted to scope them out for future adventures. And we got there, we checked it out. This is not footage of East Otto State Forest, but it did look a lot like this. It's a forest road through the woods. And it definitely would work for us for a future adventure. So we will keep that in mind and make something happen. But we saw about 6 or 8 of those sites and then turned around and headed for Gowanda. But here we are coming out of Rock City State Forest, heading down into this valley, looking at those hills, most likely the very hills that were covered with fog in that earlier drone footage. Just super cool experience, and just beautiful, beautiful scenery in Western New York. On one of the crazy backcountry roads that our GPS took us on, we came around a bend and found this absolutely epic waterfall coming down the side of the mountain. So we pulled over immediately to take all this in. And this is on someone's private property. There were posted signs all around. And it was just so cool to see. Then we made it to the Gowanda multiple use area, the Zoar Valley multiple use area, I should say. And we headed out on a hike to see what this Gowanda Gorge was all about.
Cattaraugus Creek. Hazardous gorge area. Risk of death. Okay.
This was about a half-mile hike from the parking area down the side of the mountain, through some
Oh, it
woods,
looks dirty.
and it eventually led us out here at Cattaraugus
It's a step.
Creek and the Zoar Valley Gorge.
Come on, Boldy.
All right, well, after flying the drone and taking in some of this epic gorge, if you followed this channel at all, you know we're into these cold plunges and the mental toughness game. And so this water was probably 45 to 50 degrees at best, and we decided we were going to go for it. 2 minutes in the cold water. It's really just a matter of finding out what you're made of and conquering something that is difficult, but only in your mind. This shale rock was very slippery, so we're being very careful making our way out. But then once we found a spot that we deemed deep enough, we just went for it.
3,
2.
2, 1. "15 seconds. Oh, babe, it's cold. It's glacial. It's cold and it's glacial. I don't know what you mean it's not glacial. It's glacial. Oh, that's not so bad. 30 seconds.
Oh.
Halfway there. Unless you want to do 2.
Oh,
You're going to submerge your head.
no. Oh, I don't know.
If you've never done one of these, it's a shock to the system, but it's amazing. And it kind of comes and goes in waves.
Oh,
Do you think it's better laying like this?
I don't know.
You've made it a minute.
Well, okay.
You ready to be done?
I'm going for 2, I think.
Okay, I'm with you. Woo! Woo! Oh, how's it feel?
The sun is like surprisingly wonderful.
Oh,
How much longer?
30 more seconds. Oh, the reset.
Ah,
Are you gonna submerge your head?
I don't want to.
You're halfway there. I just gotta see if I have a rock behind me, because I don't want to bang my head on a rock.
And cut yourself and knock yourself out.
Oh, that feels good though. I'm glad we did this. Oh,
How much longer?
5 seconds.
I'm worried about getting out.
Oh! Yes, ma'am!
All right, so then we found our way out. Obviously, Bear is just not even fazed by this. He's loving every second of it. But we made our way out, waddled back to land, trying not to slip. and felt alive, felt new. So then we pulled the drone out of the sky, taking another epic scene, some gorgeous footage. Just super, super cool area. We had never been to this spot before. We definitely would come back though. It's kind of hard to get to, kind of hard to find the parking spot, but once you're there, totally worth it. Bones is the best adventure dog that ever was. And we're still madly in love.
Come on,
so then we start the hike out. And we actually started to see more and more people. This was on Memorial Day.
Access.
Yeah.
We started to see more and more hikers and different people.
Come on.
And so we had to be more conscious of Bear and how he was
Hi.
doing. Then we came across this snake.
See a snake in there.
It was more afraid of us than we were of it.
Yeah, it's not poisonous.
No, I'm sure not.
I'm sure it's just a garter snake.
Not a big fan of snakes, though.
Oh my. Oh my. Yeah, please no. Yeah, when it curves.
And it must have really wanted to get to the other side of this trail, because when we moved out of the way, it turned around and went back where it started. That's a good-sized snake.
Yeah.
It's close to 3 feet.
Yeah.
Then we saw this amazing little bug that was kind of following us along the trail. And then it was time to head home. So we stopped by Grandma's house, we picked up the kids, Bear found his spot by the door, and we cruised down the road. The trip was over, the adventure had been had, and it was time to get home. We crossed the under construction Chautauqua Lake Bridge on Memorial Day, saw plenty of boats out enjoying the sunshine, even though the temps weren't as warm as they could have been, and the water most certainly was not as warm as it could have been. But the sun felt good, and it started to feel like summer might actually happen. And after all those grimy roads and all those places that we took this bus that we kind of didn't intend to, there was only one thing left to do. Give it a good rinse. And so this was the first true bus washing for the bus. Lots of dead bugs, plenty of dirt, and it is a big animal. I'm a pretty tall guy. I have a really long reach, and I was doing work to get every nook and cranny of this giant bus. Well, actually, this tiny bus, but it sure felt giant when it was time to clean it. So we did the best we could. We got her cleaned up and put her away for the next adventure. So we hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you're enjoying this channel, and we hope you'll enjoy us. Stay tuned, because very soon we will have some videos up from the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Not a bus adventure, but the most East Coast of East Coast adventures, and we can't wait to share them with you.